over the years, I've been lucky enough to drive a number of steam locomotives, but usually they've been practically museum types in locomotive terms. This is the first time I've had a chance to drive a really sophisticated, modern steam engine, and I tell you, it's great fun. The Duchesses were famous locomotives. They pulled the Royal Scot between Euston and Glasgow. Powerful machines, but brutes to serve. Some poor devil of a fireman had to shovel 10 tons of coal during the run. Well, little brother here is a pretty powerful brute too in its own little way. You wouldn't guess, would you, that this machine can haul a load of 12 children. Now, I'm having a bit of trouble here. What's the matter? We've got plenty steam up. Come on. Come on, I've got full throttle. What can be the matter? Mind you, this is not shat, but it's near enough apparently. There we go now. It handles, you know, just like the real thing. Just wait till we get over this gradient and I'll give it full throttle. You'll see what I mean. There we go. But the club's 150 senior members, and the 40 juniors too, and I suppose the members of all the other 280 clubs in this country, would be a bit put out if you thought they came here every week just to play with engines. This is not just a model railway club, they tell you. It's a model engineering club. All these locomotives have been built by the members, partly in the club workshops, but mostly at home. Because this is a hobby that needs a lot of time and an awful lot of patience. If a man could build one of these in 3 years, he'd be a fast worker. How long did it take you to make this, Mr. East?
5 years.
Putting in how many hours, I wonder, eh?
Ooh, about 20 a week, I suppose.
20 a week. You never get browned off with it?
Oh, no.
Now, is it true that it's not the done thing to buy any parts? You make it all from the raw
Pretty
metal,
well,
yeah?
yes. We buy the castings for the wheels, unmachined, and we machine those up.
But otherwise, I'm told the only thing you buy is probably the pressure gauge.
Yes, that's it. We mostly buy those. Some people actually make those.
Is that so?
But, and screws. Yeah. We buy screws, although some special screws we make ourselves.
Well, now, what do you own now, Mr. East?
Well, this is
I may say, this looks a beautiful job, I must say.
This is a London and North Western railway engine, built in 1914, Sir Gilbert Claughton.
Why did you make the tender first?
Well, actually, there were 1 or 2 reasons, but there is a tendency, if you make the engine first, that you can get impatient to run. You can understand that. And you've got an engine, you must run it. So the tendency could be to rush the tender and produce a below standard job. And there were certain features on the engine that I wasn't quite sure about. So I decided to make the tender first. It would be a good exercise.
I'm told, by the way, that you're a stickler for authenticity. No shortcuts.
Yes. No shortcuts at all.
No, what's here? Oh, I see.
Well, that's a little locker.
Yeah?
And I did manage to make some working locks. I don't know whether you'd like to see
Not
them.
really a lock, is it?
Yes.
Well, let's have a look. It's not a real key. It is a real key. How long did it take to make the key, Mr.
About an hour and a half.
And it locks the lot.
Oh, it does lock, yes.
Can't you carry this too far, this authenticity?
Oh, yes, you can. I mean...
Do you think you do?
No.
Most of these engines are replicas of period locomotives made to detailed plans. When members get together, conversation tends to be too technical for the outsider, because the older members at least are experts in the history of locomotive development. Even the most genuine of model engineers gets a kick out of driving the engine he's spent thousands of hours on. If they didn't, they wouldn't turn up so regularly on open days when children and grown-ups at sixpence a ride keep them busy all day. And they wouldn't, as many of them do, spend so many Saturdays taking their locomotives with portable tracks to local fetes, where a hard worker can take as much as £40 in eager sixpences. 2 tracks, one for 3 different gauges, take a bit of upkeep. What do you get most fun out of, building them or running them?
Oh, I would say the building by far. I love to come down here because I like the environment, the people, but the building is the part I think I enjoy most.
What do you enjoy so much about it? Is it a soothing?
Well, it's creative, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you start with nothing and you build this thing on the bench slowly, bit by bit. And I think that is the real thrill, is the building. Of course, when you see the wheels turn for the first time, that you can't put into words that. And of course, to cop your leg over a big steamer on the first official run, I'd say that must be the thrill of any model engineer. And that's what we are, aren't we, model engineers, let's face it.
How many hours will it take you to make a locomotive?
Well, I would say normal, that's not pinching any time, about 2,000 hours, I suppose.
What would it cost to make one of these?
Well,
in material?
A 7 1/4, that's an 1.5 scale, I would say in materials would cost about £140, £150.
And what would you have to charge, you know, to make a reasonable profit out of it?
Oh, if you was making one for profit, you would have to charge close on £2,000 for an 1.5 scale, yes. That is the market price for a good 1.5 scale steam locomotive today. But it's now coming into its own, this steam.
What do you mean it's coming in, it's all going out rapidly?
Yes, but it's becoming not, well, we can't say antique, but it's becoming a thing of the past, and it now appears to me that everybody wants steam. And of course, it's us model makers that are keeping it up. You know, the time will come when fathers will fetch their children here to show them what a steam locomotive looked like and was.